What is going on, my friends? Welcome back. Today is the day that we were going to put the stacks on the Peterbilt. Woke up and it looks like the weather has changed. If you can see across that field over there, looks like it's already downpouring, so that means it is going to be here probably in about 5 or 10 minutes. So instead of getting one thing done and having it pour on us, we're actually going to go inside the shop for something else that you guys have been begging and wanting, and that is second gen content. So today the plan is to work on the second gen. So we've got a bunch of stuff to do. That is what we are going to work on today. If you guys remember previously, we need to hot retorque the cylinder head, put some coolant in this thing. So we are just going to start knocking some things out on this truck, getting this thing ready to drive down the road. We're close, so hopefully today we'll put a big dent in all the miscellaneous stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and hook up the exhaust first. So we're gonna go ahead, throw it on the rack. Woo! You had Mexican last night? You want me to steer? Yeah. Oh, that could be dangerous. All right, first time the second gen has been up on the lift. First thing we're gonna do is go ahead and fix up our exhaust underneath here. Obviously the EVILFAB compounds, we never hooked up the downpipe to here, so we need some adjustment up there, and we're gonna make some tweaks on our existing Banks exhaust underneath here for them to hook up. That way, when we start this thing up, we can stop dumping exhaust like right out underneath here. So we're gonna fire this thing up and let it run for a little while today. So wanna make sure we get the exhaust connected. You need me to hold?
Oh, yeah. Holy cow, we turned the gas on.
Holy cow. Oh, look at that, gas on. Hey, you ever done this before? Getting out the old fire wrenches. We're setting her on fire. Or we're just making a custom exhaust hanger because the one I just chopped off doesn't really work all that well. You need this?
Do you have any dark sunglasses?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, nice. You
got the goggles. Don't worry, they're gonna make you look good. You got just put on the old Victors. The torches are now called Victor. Here you go.
You need a hammer. You got a hammer?
I got plenty of hammers. What size hammer would you like? You want the baby?
No.
Well, I know this guy's too heavy for you to even hold, so. Good? Custom exhaust hanger coming right up. Whoa, easy. Yeah, we don't have a cool down station yet here. All right, where we're at is we have made some modifications to the existing exhaust. Straight pipe, action. So we got everything fitting really, really nicely. We're just gonna tack up some pipes in here, and we're gonna change the position of this exhaust hanger right here, just to make it a little bit nicer. We got our piece of extension right there, so we didn't really have to mess with the EVILFAB downpipe. But if you look back here, straight as an arrow. And then I didn't get to show you guys underneath here before because we weren't up on the lift, but look at the fitment of the downpipe. She looks beautiful. Plenty of room on the frame rail, plenty of room on the bell housing. Beautiful. So, we're almost ready to make some noise.
You want to schwack again?
I'll schwack. You don't want to schwack? You want me to schwack?
I don't care.
Fresh, hot off the press, we are wrapped up with our pipe welding. No more clamps. We kind of just decided to weld all this stuff just because what's the point of another clamps? We extended that piece, made a new custom hanger, all right before we ran out of gas. So Silent Mike is over here. He's gonna go run and grab some more gas. Last and final look of the exhaust. We are ready to fire this thing up. It is pretty much completely done. Well, it is done minus, I don't really have a tip, like a 4 to 5 inch tip I might add down the road, but I don't have one right now to throw on there, otherwise I would. But it is done, looking beautiful. Thank you to Silent Mike welding this baby up. We only got 2 clamps for this whole run. Got all of the hangers, got our custom hanger done back in the factory location. And we are solid all the way up through this thing. So we are ready to drop it down. One other thing I wanted to show you is seeing that the suspension is suspended in the air. It's actually probably worse than when it's on the ground. I'm gonna check when it's on the ground because I know that I checked this when we lowered the rear down, but I would say if and when, but we are definitely gonna try and lower this thing down some more front and rear, but we are definitely gonna need to do something about shortening up this drive shaft, 100%. So I'm gonna put this thing down on the ground, fire this thing up, and then we are pretty much ready to start idling this thing up, get the temp gun out, get it up to operating temperature, and go ahead and hot retorque the head so we can cross that off the list and have, I mean, pretty much after this video, whether there's a couple odds or ends or not, the next video that we will do with the second gen will be driving this beast. So yeah, we're gonna drop it down and start warming this baby up, see what this exhaust sounds like now that it's completely all together for pretty much the first time. I can't even remember when the exhaust has been even hooked up on this thing. I don't think it's been hooked up for a very long time. Upon further inspection here of our drive shaft, I would definitely say we're gonna have to get this thing shortened even before we go ahead and go any lower, because it should definitely not be that tight. Oh boy. All right, the camera shut off, but the hot retorque is done. First retorque of this baby is all done. Good enough to drive. They didn't actually move a whole lot, but the hot retorque is done. Real easy on a 24 valve. This is really all you're taking apart. Just the intake rockers from 1 through 6. You can leave pretty much everything in place. As you can see, the injectors on these things are not in the way, so real easy to do hot retorques on. But we are ready to put the intake rockers back on, torque them down. I believe the torque spec is like 27 foot-pounds if I remember correctly, but gonna put those back on there. And then the only other thing that I'm going to do as of right now is check our valve lash. As you can see on our not fluid damper down there, I have the top dead center line, so we'll go ahead and rotate that over. It's like the only truck we don't have a fluid damper on, but anyway, we'll go ahead and rotate that around, check our valve lash. The head studs did not really move a whole lot on this thing, and again, these are IFG, the bigger ones, the 150 foot-pound 625 equivalents, so they didn't really move a whole lot, so hopefully they'll be good, but so far so good. And yeah, as long as we don't have to touch valve lash, valve cover back on, and Michael's over here doing some welding stuff and things, and we'll go ahead and put our other intercooler pipe over here on the driver's side. We're almost ready to rock out. Official weather report midday here. It is still raining cats and dogs, so great call to be inside today, that's for sure. We are back together. Even went ahead and got our boots down here, got our intercooler pipe for the cold side hooked up. We just, we're missing some clamps. We're missing clamps everywhere. We're missing clamps here, here. I mean, that's really all we're missing at this point is just some clamps. So I got the valve cover back on. Everything was good. Just a couple adjustments on a couple of valves, but checked all those. So that's pretty much done, ready to go. And look at that, guys. Look at that. We have even put an air filter on the truck for all you guys who always like to say we don't run air filters. So we got an air filter on there. You know, when we go to the drag strip, we want to go real fast. We'll take that baby off, but went ahead and got everything connected. So everything is tight, exhaust wise. Again, we need some clamps down here, and we need to fill our Mishimoto radiator up with some coolant. But other than that, ooh, hey. And of course, it never fails, but as soon as the day is over, the sun wants to come out. Seems like it's turning around. Like I mentioned, I really wanted to put the stacks on the Peterbilt, but it looks like the weather should be good for tomorrow. So we might bounce to that tomorrow. But anyway, guys, it probably doesn't look like we got a ton done on the second gen, but we did. We got a bunch of little loose odds and ends done. Really maybe half hour to an hour's worth of work of kind of tightening up some clamps, filling up with coolant. But the next video on the second gen will be finally driving that thing on the street for the first time in a very long time. So everything is just coming together, guys. Everything's coming together. Everything's just running, driving. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this video. I want to try and go inside, edit, and get this up tonight for you guys. We will be back tomorrow with another video, so make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you have not already. I'm out of breath. We've been hustling today, boys. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.
Got her buttoned up for the day.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Michael. Great job, Michael. Michael, are you hiding? Are you hiding over there with Victor?
I love Victor.
Hey, great job. Did anybody tell you you did a great job today, Michael? You did a great job.